What made the Roman legions the most formidable force in ancient history? Was it their vast legions, ingenious strategies, or something more profound? A discipline etched into the soul of every soldier, something that turned mere men into an unstoppable machine of conquest. To uncover this, we must abandon the marble halls of empire and venture into a rugged world of iron and resolve. A world where the earth itself demands tribute in blood and sweat. A world of endless marches where mountains loom like sentinels and rivers carve paths of peril. This is the cradle of Rome, a land of hills and valleys where survival is etched in stone. Here, weakness is not an option, it's extinction. And in this unforgiving terrain, soldiers aren't forged in academies, they are molded from birth. In Roman society, a boy's first lesson isn't play, it's duty. By age 7, many could wield a wooden gladius with precision. By 12, they drilled in formation. By 17, they marched miles under heavy packs. Women, too, embodied resilience, managing households that fueled the war machine. In the Roman realm, the shield cares not for status, only for the arm that holds it. The legion values not birthright, but grit and loyalty. The landscape is the ultimate instructor. Winters freeze the bones. Summers scorch the fields. Storms lash like whips from the gods. Every season teaches resilience. In this arena without borders, the syllabus is conquest. The exams are life or death. Fail, and you're buried in foreign soil. Succeed, and you join a brotherhood that fears no foe, for they've battled nature itself since dawn. Julius Caesar grasped that valor wins skirmishes, but organization claims empires. He shattered tribal loyalties, organizing troops into cohorts of 480, centuries of 80, and legions of 5,000. No longer tied by clan, each soldier rose through merit and valor. Commands cascaded like aqueducts from the general to the lowliest recruit, while reports surged back, ensuring no gap in the chain. Communication wasn't optional. It was the empire's backbone. In combat, this meant thousands could pivot as one entity. Advance, flank, envelop, and crush from shadows, all in seamless order, all without fracture. This rigor extended beyond war. It governed camps, patrols, and even feasts. The same hierarchy turned chaos into efficiency. Every legionary knew his post, every centurion knew his men, and Caesar knew his forces like a sculptor knows his chisel. Drills were unyielding. Soldiers swapped shields in mid-charge, merging man and metal into a relentless phalanx. Spearmen honed throws from any stance, forward thrust, overhead hurl, even from retreat, ensuring no advance or withdrawal lacked bite. They practiced in stoic silence, gliding like predators, striking unseen, vanishing like mist. Stamina was hammered through trials, forced marches over jagged peaks, swims across raging torrents, nights huddled in damp trenches with only a cloak for shelter. Life blurred with readiness. The forage was practice, the scout was practice. Enduring the wilds was the eternal rehearsal for glory. For Romans, tactics weren't scrolls in libraries, they were instincts honed by vast frontiers and fickle fates. They probed deep, anticipating not just enemy positions, but their maneuvers, their weaknesses, how terrain could betray them. They yielded ground where foes pressed hard, then unleashed hell where least expected. Victory wasn't in the melee's roar, it was in exploiting the chasm between an enemy's hubris and his blunders. The testudo formation was genius, shields locked like a tortoiseshell, drawing foes into futile assaults. As attackers tired, gaps widened in their lines. Then the Roman wedge pierced through blades flashing like lightning, pila raining like hail. What seemed a defense became an inescapable vice. Adversity wasn't foe, it was anvil. Every grueling trek through blizzards, every siege under blistering heat, welded the legion's unbreakable bond. They could campaign weeks on hardtack and vinegar water, or in dire straits, ration the essence of captured beasts, a covenant of survival. Obedience was ironclad. Mutiny or desertion invited the decimation rite, 1 in 10 slain before the ranks. Not mere punishment, but a stark decree that the legion's fate outweighed any individual's. Thus, they battled not for personal gain, but for the Senate, the people, their comrades, and the eternal city of Rome. Impregnable fortresses offered no sanctuary. Romans mastered the art of earthworks. From Gauls, they adopted battering rams. From Greeks, towering siege towers. They erected ballistae that hurled bolts like thunderbolts, trebuchets that lobbed boulders to splinter ramparts. If walls defied assault, they mined underneath, propping tunnels with timber, then igniting them, collapsing defenses in a cascade of rubble and flame. Yet not every stronghold fell to steel. Often, the deadliest tool was encirclement, cutting supply lines, damming rivers, salting fields, until famine whispered surrender. And when breaches yawned, inhabitants faced the ultimatum: yield for clemency or resist for oblivion. Romans knew war pierced minds as well as flesh. Envoys bore missives detailing spies' intelkins' whereabouts, hidden treasures, secret pacts, proving Rome's gaze penetrated deeper than any moat. Vows of amnesty swayed sentries to betrayal. Whispers of sacked cities raced like wildfire, eroding morale before legions arrived. Terror preceded the march, crumbling resolve afar. When brutality struck, it echoed eternally. A razed village warned a province. Survivors' tales, a blade sharper than any pilum. A force thrives on its lifelines. And Romans engineered theirs to endure. They trailed wagons laden with grain, tools, and forges, sustenance and repair in motion. Engineers bridged chasms, paved roads that outlasted empires. The cursus publicus was their swift vein. Post stations dotted the realm, stocked with mounts and couriers. Dispatches flew leagues and hours, relaying edicts, warnings, triumphs. This web wove more than missives. It bound provinces, funneled troops, and forced the Pax Romana. Thus, legions surged quicker than rivals, ambushing before alarms sounded. Versus Celtic berserkers and wild charges, Romans held the line, absorbing fury then countering with disciplined volleys until chaos reigned among foes. Against Persian cataphracts and gleaming plate, they dug trenches, feigned weakness, then flanked with cavalry, outpacing what they couldn't out-armor. They dissected every adversary pre-clash, fractured tribes ripe for division, overconfident kings blinded by ego, mercenaries lured by gold. Brilliance they emulated, folly they exploited. No victory mirrored another, yet all bowed to Rome. Roman expansions redrafted the world's boundaries. From Britannia's mists to Egypt's sands, realms crumbled beneath the eagle's shadow, but their imprint transcended ruin. They built aqueducts, roads, baths, veins of civilization. Trade flourished under vigilant legions, from spices to silks, crossing secure borders. They disseminated laws, engineering, philosophy, concrete from volcanoes, arches spanning voids, texts bridging cultures. From conquered lands came herbal cures, star charts, geometries enriching the forum. This fusion didn't heal wounds of subjugation, but it reshaped destiny, uniting disparate realms into one eternal legacy. So, what crowned the Roman legions as history's mightiest? Not mere numbers, not strategies in isolation. It was their alchemy, born in rugged cradle, refined by order, propelled by an indomitable ethos. They were empire incarnate, as enduring as marble, as adaptive as rivers, as inexorable as the tides. Though ages have silenced the tramp of sandals, their echo marches through annals, a testament that in Rome's forge, conquerors weren't crafted, they were destined.